All right, music's off. We're ready to start. Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out with Anthony Mannings. It's been a long while since we've caught up on an interview. First time down the gym. How you doing today, bro?
Yeah, I'm keeping well, man. Just another day in the office.
Yeah, it's bigger than an office, I'd say. It's a state-of-the-art gym, to be fair.
Yeah, it took us a while to get it right. Obviously, through COVID, we thought of a few ideas, but we are where we are now, and all systems go.
Where is now, like you just said, we are where we are. Where is that? Because a lot of people have seen this on social media. You've had Ben Whittaker, Hosea Stewart down here. You're in a good place.
Yeah, definitely. So we've had a lot of different professionals down here for training. Joe Cordina, Sonny Edwards, Anthony Yard, Isaac Chamberlain, like you said, Ben Whittaker. The list is endless. But over the time, obviously, I've become a more grounded trainer myself and working with my own fighters, my amateur squad, and my professionals, and obviously my management team now.
Yeah, let's get on to that management team. Just starting up?
Yeah, so just starting out, just signed two prospects who are really good amateurs. So I'm looking forward to bringing them on, getting them out.
Who?
Mikey Lee and Hamza Ahmed. So yeah, two lads that you've interviewed today that you've seen training here. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, I'll put the interviews in the description below. How long has this been in your mind? Because we've only done one interview before and we spoke about you kind of a little bit, not in as much depth, but your plans with this gym. Like, I'll get some shots of the gym on the video, but it's not just going to be a regular boxing gym. Like I say, this is, and I'm not just saying this, it's one of the best gyms that I've been to. It's like the Matchroom gym, but just bigger.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I say, I put a lot of thought into it. Obviously, I was a professional boxer myself, so I kind of realised that there wasn't really gyms like this and there was a need for it. And obviously, I always wanted it for myself as when I was boxing professional. So realistically, it was a no-brainer. It was just a matter of putting the pen to the paper and making it happen. And obviously, I put the pen to the paper, I took on the lease and came out with all the ideas. And my goal behind it was to have everything under one roof. So that was like the physios, the nutritionists, obviously all the recovery, the strength and conditioning, the boxing, the accommodation, the chauffeurs, the media team, the management, the promotion, the training. It's just a one-stop shop, so you can come here and get everything. You ain't got to go nowhere else.
How far do you want to go with this then?
So the main goal is obviously developing talent, prospects coming through the Midlands. Obviously, the next generation will be a good generation for me because I'm an up-and-coming coach, very enthusiastic, determination. And I look forward to working with them kind of guys. And then getting them out, obviously building big nights in Birmingham where we can say, you know, we're a part putting the city on the map. Obviously, Mannings camp at the moment has been a good brand. It's doing well, but obviously there's still loads more that we need to do to improve.
Yeah, we can see obviously Birmingham City fan. There's the badge. We won't say we don't like Villagers for the sake of this interview, but in terms of Birmingham and getting boxing back to the top, how much of a role do you think you can play? Because it's the heart of England. It's in the centre of the country, but it's not always had the best boxers, or not recently.
Yeah, I think a little bit's about obviously telling the story about the fighter, obviously getting the fighter relevant, so in different circles, being with celebrities, footballers, being at the right place at the right time, events, shows, red carpet events, expos, all that kind of stuff, getting the fighter relevant, building his profile, and at the same time then just making it an event where people want to come out to, where they feel important, where they feel privileged to be invited, where they feel like they want to come back, and just kind of like locking a few things that I can do with my network and putting it all in one room and creating an atmosphere.
Yeah, we were speaking about earlier how the Blues players are going to be coming down here as well. That's interesting. How did this come about?
Yeah, so I had contact with John Eustace, the manager. I explained to him about obviously what we was doing over here at Mannings Gym and the facilities, the state of the art, the recovery and some of the training points that we could touch on with the footballers. And he said, we'll send over the performance coach and it sounds interesting, and he was really, really happy. So they came over Friday just gone, and I agreed that we'll have them here.
That's a big selling point for the gym, to have the Birmingham City Football Club team coming down here. I'm sure that'll help you in promoting the gym as well, and people who are going to see them down here, youngsters, maybe you want to start boxing, it's a good selling point for the gym, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I say, when I first started, kind of like reaching out to the Birmingham City ground was always going to be one of my ideas, and even the players, just like having the facilities to accommodate them. It's not just a conversation. Like obviously, I know of like Troy and other players on the team, but it's more about what I can offer to them, because at the end of the day, you know, there's not really many gyms in Birmingham that have what we have. So obviously they'll get use out of it, and obviously it will help me grow. And obviously fighters that are in the gym will inspire them. They'll be accessible, and it'll be a good recipe.
That's good to hear. You mentioned Ben Whittaker come down here when he trains, he'll be down here. What do you think he can do in this program? Because he's a serious talent, and I'll ask you that first, because it's a two-part question. But what do you think he can do in this sport?
No, I think Ben's serious. I've got to take my hat off to his dad, Tony, because he's put a lot of work into him, and obviously it takes two to tango. So Ben's obviously played his role as well. I used to spar Ben as an amateur because he used to be around my weight, and he was showing the skill set there was crazy. Obviously teaming up with someone like Sugar Hill, that's phenomenal, because with the skill set that he's got, the knowledge and experience that Sugar's got, it's a recipe for disaster. So I definitely think he can go all the way. I wish him all the best, and obviously we're rooting for him at Mannings Gym.
Yeah, now the second part of that is he's a bit of a villain. Like, I like him, I think he's entertaining, but a lot of people look at him as like a Mayweather. They'll tune in to see him lose, which is going to work for him. And I think he's aware of this already. Like on AJ undercard, he was like, this undercard needed some sort of something interesting. It was along those lines. He was dissing everyone at the press conference while he was sat next to all of them. Do you think he's ready to be that guy?
Yeah, I think Ben's not stupid. I think that's his selling point. Obviously, his skills will speak for themselves. Obviously, he's going to go in there and get the job done. But before that, he's creating that bubbly environment, you know, that love me, hate me, that he's giving them the spill. He knows what he's doing. Obviously, he trained here for his whole lunch. So I've seen all the interviews that he's done with across the board. And how he was selling himself with Boxer and Sky. Yeah. And I understand that that's his selling point, so I get it. And people like to see your character, and all he's doing is showing the character that he wants to play, so fair play to him.
How important is a selling point in boxing? It's show business and entertainment at the end of the day.
100%, like you say, you see Floyd Mayweather in the ring with KSI's brother, so obviously there's a reason for that. Obviously, you know, at the end of the day, it's not his boxing skills, because they ain't got him anywhere. He's only just come into the game, so obviously he's doing something. So it's just about being relevant, and at the end of the day, Ben's being relevant, and he's willing to back it up, because he's doing the training. So we'll see where it goes. All the best to him.
Yeah, it's been a good interview so far. I just want a bit of a random one to end off on, but you said Yard's been down here. He's potentially going to fight Beterbiev in Russia, January, I think 28th or late January. How do you see that fight going? He's going to fight in the meantime in Telford, so maybe he'll come back. How do you see that fight going? He's obviously fought Kovalev out in Russia before, but this one's a tough fight. Yeah,
I spoke to his manager Tunde, and obviously I told him more than welcome to come.
Okay.
Obviously he's fighting in Telford, so I'll be there supporting him there. Obviously, like I say, I wish him all the best. It's a big fight. I think he'll go there and do the business, but obviously, like I say, I can only say all the best, and I hope they have a great training camp.
Respect, man. Good to speak to you. Yeah, first time down here, but I had a good day, and yeah, best of luck with the gym.
Thank you, mate. Any of the fighters that are interested in coming down, obviously you can follow us on the socials, Mannings Gym, and then obviously my own account, Anthony Manning _. And yeah, we'll stay in contact and stay tuned. More progression, more success.
Respect, man.